Hey, Brian.
Hey, Glennis. We have special guest with us this week. Our friend and internet provocateur, Keith Edwards.
He's our most frequented guest now. Keith Edwards, our friend, political strategist, internet commentator, and he has one of the fastest growing podcasts right now.
I'm excited to get his take on a couple of things. He, I think, has a very different lane than either of us do. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of stuff that we just straight up disagree on. So we might have some sparks flying.
The girls are fighting.
Wait, is sparks flying, flirting, or fighting?
Flirting. Maybe you have both.
Okay.
Maybe
Fists flying, no sparks.
Okay, Brian, let's get into it.
There she is. Hi. Hey, buddy.
Keith. I like this red hat. Are you taking red hats back?
It says gay.
Oh my God.
You can see.
I love it.
It says gay somewhere.
I think that you are our first 3-time guest.
Woo! That's great. I'm excited about that.
Hardcore friend of the pod.
Yes.
Yeah, we're thrilled. Thank you, Keith. And I cornered you. We asked you on only because I'm petty and you didn't respond to my text message.
One thing about me is I'm terrible at responding. Terrible.
No, I know.
Sorry.
And I'm also teasing. How are you?
I'm good. I'm really happy to be here. I love hanging out with you guys. But I'm good. I feel like things are good, right? Am I wrong? It feels like if authoritarianism was going to happen, it would have happened by now. Right?
In some ways, isn't it? In some ways, kind of. It's happening. I think that the situation with Trump is as bad as ever, but I think that politically, our position is stronger than it's been in a decade.
Yeah. There's stories about how Trump is not sure J.D. Vance can take the mantle. And I'm like, guys, that's a big story because the insinuation there is that Trump is going to leave, So like, that's where I'm a little like, all right.
Well,
okay.
For sure. That I agree with. I feel confident that the midterms are not going to be canceled, that Trump is not going to run again for another term. Before we get into news of the week stuff, you are a foremost expert on Donald Trump's ailments. You are like locked into that man's
Maybe we are
body.
Locked in. Yes.
Every time there is a bruise, I'm like, I see it only from Keith Edwards' account. Can you tell us how is Donald Trump's health doing these days?
Well, as of the time of recording, we have not seen the president in person in 6 days.
What?
Isn't that weird? He did one pre-recorded interview with Fox. With his, by the way, we don't talk about this enough. Lara, however you say her name, I refuse to learn these people's names because they don't deserve the respect. Yeah. But his daughter-in-law doing an interview for Fox, by the way. So it's been almost a week since we've seen him in person.
Didn't he also just have that the third medical appointment in like 6 months? And they're like,
his third annual checkup in the year? Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep calling them annual.
Right. Yeah. His third annual. Yeah, it's very bizarre. I don't know. It's like something feels not right.
You're right. What did Judge Judy say? If it doesn't make sense, it's a lie. It's like, something like that. I'm paraphrasing Judge Judy. She says it better than me. But I think everyone knows there's something going on. There's something going on with the president's health. Yeah. And we deserve to know what I don't understand why the mainstream media is not going harder on this because it's a big story. And I'm going to be pissed off if Jake Tapper or Caitlin Collins or someone else comes out with a book in 2 years and is like, what was really going on with the president's health?
You took the words out of my mouth when Jake Tapper's like, well, we knew at that debate stage, like you knew you wanted to write a book and make money. You didn't do your job for the American people and report on what you were seeing with your own eyes.
Did Biden go 6 days without being seen in public regularly? That sounds like it would have been huge news to me, but I don't remember.
I don't think
remember
so
either.
I don't think
this happens at the beginning and end of the month. There's like a weird there's quite often moments where it's always around this time where he disappears.
His menstrual
cycle. And it's happened enough now that it's like there's something to it.
There's something to it.
I'm a little like conspiracy pilled around this.
That's what I'm fucking talking about. Keith Edwards is locked in.
I am locked in. And like the bruising, they're like, it's the handshake. It's like, okay, maybe. But then now it shows up on the other hand. Come on.
It's also like you have a disorder if you're bruising that easily from a handshake. And that's it. Isn't that like the most mortifying thing for Donald Trump to be like, other people are shaking my hand so strongly that I'm bruising from it, when he's always trying to like strong arm people?
Wait, so the implication being that it's probably from an IV, right?
Yes. So he's getting consistent IVs, and we don't know what it's treating, what they're looking for. And it's going on both hands now.
Follow Keith for all of the medical updates.
Our go-to sleuth. I digress. Glennis has obviously a pressing issue for you.
I do have a pressing issue. I'm on the conference circuit, so I actually haven't been as online as I typically am. And I got back online on Saturday, and I saw that there was this new drama in our, left universe, and you had commented on something, and I said, oh, okay, noted. There is a lawsuit that is now public between a very established, respected organizer who has done tremendous work, Pattie Gonia, a drag performer. She's been in the game for, I think, over a decade, has done really awesome work for climate activism. Patagonia, the clothing, apparel, outdoor gear brand. Mm-hmm. Now, people have a lot of opinions on this. Keith, do you have any?
Well, what's happened is that Pattie Gonia was selling or had merch that was ripping off Patagonia's logo.
Yeah.
And so she's getting sued. And I kind of feel like, what's the harm, in like a drag queen having a parody logo that I don't even think she sold for money. I think it was just a mock-up. So I don't know. She's getting sued to stop using for copyright infringement. And so
I think it's bigger than that. Pattie Gonia isn't just a drag queen. Like, she's a very established company. Like, she makes money as her drag alter ego. And the issue here for me is that it's very clearly in like infringement of the trademark. Anyone who has a trademark knows that when you file it for a specific purpose. Patagonia had filed the trademark for like outdoor gear, merchandise, etc. So therefore, Pattie Gonia cannot have that. I think she was trying to sell, whether it be the T-shirt or like a hydro flask, I think was like the claim in the trademark. You can't do that. I see some comparisons online, which I think are good. It's like Trixie Mattel is not trying to sell toys, and Trixie has Trixie trademarked, or Brita Filter is not trying to sell water filters. And when you start doing that, then you have an issue. And the thing is, it protects small businesses too. Like, yes, Patagonia is this like massive company, right? But I do kind of feel that Pattie Gonia, like very good PR person, to make this announcement right before Pride Month, and then to have the online masses just totally align and coalesce behind her when, trademark law does protect small businesses. Like, I could say, Brian, I'm going to file a mark for oath, whatever your trademark is in. But if I say, like, oh, I'm going to file a trademark for oath, but they're going to be tissues, then I could have it. You're not selling tissues.
Yeah. There's like an oath that has a trademark now that's like a pizza brand that we obviously have no issue with because we're not selling pizza. But yes, I feel like the interesting thing here is the information war online, because now we're seeing Patagonia release a statement through Instagram, and then Pattie Gonia will respond with a video, and then Patagonia will like make an offer, and then Pattie Gonia reacts to it. And it's very interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen what should essentially be a court battle play out literally through Instagram news feeds rather than through court filings. It's kind of bizarre.
Yeah, and there's only like two outcomes here. Pattie like drops the file for the trademark, or she loses a lawsuit. So I just feel like
she could just change her name and she'd be fine. Pattie G, like there's a million things she could do and she would be fine.
She could just not sell outdoor gear.
I think what's interesting too is a lot of this happened on Threads. Like, I think a big part of this was Threads. Yeah, Threads is how I found out about it. When I originally was looking into it, I was on her side because the way she presented it made a lot of sense to me. Mm-hmm. And then I read Patagonia's version of things, and I was like, it kind of feels like you took advantage of the situation. You like took it too far. It sounds like they had like they basically like an agreement that they were totally fine with it. Just don't do these certain things. And then she did. And so I'm a little like, I don't like, it seems like they were trying to do the right thing. And the way that they explained how copyright is, like, if you don't protect it with everyone, then it makes it hard to protect it when bad actors do it too. Because the more parody there is out there, the harder it is for your copyright or trademark to be defended in court. Because they're like, well, do you really own this? Is this really something you own? So I get that. I just think it's just, I actually think it's just so boring. Who cares? There's so much going on. I think it's probably a net good for both of them, to be honest. And also, like, can we just say Patagonia? They didn't fucking come up with that name. That's like the name of a place.
No, I know.
It's that too. Right. You know, that's where I'm a little like, come on, guys.
But they're not filing to, I can't believe I'm like defending a corporation, but like they're not filing it to like say we own Patagonia. They just own the name as it relates to their services that they're providing. Like Arizona Iced Tea doesn't own Arizona. They just own iced tea with the name of Arizona. I hear you. My issue also, to Brian's point, to like zoom out, I didn't realize it started on Threads. That makes a lot of sense.
That's where I saw
a lot of sense. It's just like how the online like Greek choir is just saying all of these things and blindly trusting a person when there's actually law that exists that does protect them as citizens as well. I think it was an interesting learning moment for like digital media writ large, of just like everyone needs to get a grip and take a beat and like read a book or even like something about like how law works
crazy.
And then let's move forward. It was giving like a little like MAGA mob energy to me a little bit.
Well, I love when people trust creators without any thinking. That works for me.
You're like, when it's me,
I don't like that. Well, I don't think that's bad.
Yeah, I know. Whatever. We have belabored the point.
I know what you mean. Pattie Gonia has been in my DMs. I never responded though. I think she wanted a date. I was just like, I don't know.
Well, Keith is back on his.
I can't even respond to Glennis, Pattie.
I know.
Okay, speaking of court cases, I want to hear if your thoughts have changed at all around the gerrymandering battles, because I feel like you and I have.
All right. Well, I will say first off, for everyone listening / watching, I wasn't aware of this topic until 5 minutes before recording. I didn't come with any facts or knowledge. Okay, so I'm coming into this fresh, no lube. Okay,
we're not debating. We're not going to debate you. Right. I just want to know what you think.
I don't want to debate, but I will just say this. I'm going to say this, and I really do mean this. You become the thing you are fighting if you try to use the tools the enemy does to win. And I don't think it's the right thing to do. I think that the main criticism of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party is that they're both the same. And when shit like this happens, I'm like, well, you're kind of right. What happened to persuading voters? Why can't we explain to voters, hey, Republicans are trying to rig this. They don't even want your vote. They're trying to rig it. And we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to try to ask you to vote for us because we do want to change this, but we also know that it's wrong. That sounds persuasive to maybe I'm dumb. That sounds persuasive to me. I understand why they're doing it, but raw power, this like Lord of the Rings is about this.
I was going to say Batman
or whatever. Just seeking raw power doesn't ever work out in the favor for anyone. So no, I'm against it. 100%.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely understand your argument. And I think that I was more in that lane before, but I've switched from a means focus to an outcome orientation. I want a national ban. I want a national ban on gerrymandering, and I'm not being picky about the means to get there. That's all.
But how? How are we going to get there? Because we can't even pass minimum wage legislation.
Ironically, and as fucked up as it is, I think that passing a federal ban on gerrymandering is much easier than passing a national increase on minimum wage.
The federal minimum wage is $7.25. How?
No, I'm aware. But there's so much disagreement about what the change should be, that it's actually hard to get consensus on the solution itself. Whereas a ban is a ban is a ban. And there is broad agreement in the Democratic Party about what the solution to gerrymandering looks like at the federal level. We've already introduced and come very, 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 very close to passing that legislation many times. Now we just need the Senate and White House, and we can do it.
So are you saying, though, the means to get there is to gerrymander enough seats so that we have the congressional power to create that legislation?
The problematic path is if Democrats are able to flip both the Senate and White House by 2028 and hold majorities in both, but are unable to hold the House of Representatives because Republicans gerrymander every single black district out of their seat between now and 2028, so that we literally cannot get to a majority without winning. As Keith is saying, we would then need to win districts that are currently Trump plus 12, plus 15 types of districts. So therefore, we couldn't pass a ban. So yes, Glennis, we would want to neutralize the Republican gains in the South through states like Wisconsin and Pennsylvania and Minnesota by passing new maps in those places. But I get it, Keith. I hear your point.
Yeah. And then what? How are you gonna pass it in the Senate? You don't have 60 votes.
You don't need 60. You just need a Democratic majority that's willing to suspend the rules to pass it.
Okay. Okay.
Well, the only thing blocking that from happening before was Manchin and Sinema.
Oh my God. I forgot about that.
And they're gone. So a new Democratic majority
now.
Wow.
Now we have Fetterman. That is absolutely correct.
What show did he just do? Tucker?
I don't know. Probably Steve Bannon.
Oh, he just did Katie Miller's.
Right.
Paramount might buy it. Did you know that? They're going to buy the show. Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Probably for like
everyone's making money.
$100
I get views. Where's my money?
First of all, you don't want to be on a network like Paramount if they're buying Katie Miller's podcast.
I don't.
Is
no,
fake.
that would be so awful to get $3 million.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or whatever it is. Barry Weiss is $150 million for her 10,000 views per video on her YouTube channel.
No, she has no followers. It's literally crazy. It's a fake podcast by which they can spew propaganda for their MAGA movement.
Right.
White nationalist movement. Wait, Keith, that is crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah, look into it. I don't know. I just think with gerrymandering, I just don't like it. Also, I feel like you agree, Brian. The parties are getting more extreme.
For sure.
And that this is only going to make it worse.
I, in part, agree with that, and in part, don't.
Because then primaries are where you pick your representatives, and primaries are where the loudest Democratic voices vote, and where people are as progressive or conservative as possible to capture that Democratic base.
I mean, look at Republican primaries all year long, where you have like the Cassidy seat in Louisiana, you have Cornyn and Paxton, you have the Thomas Massie stuff. Like, people are trying to be seen as the most extreme MAGA in order to come out of the primary. So I do agree with. The actual map drawing gets more complex as to whether you're creating R plus 30, R plus 40, D plus 40 seats, or whether you're creating more plus 10. That's kind of neither here nor there. I agree with you in principle that as media environment has shifted, tribalism has accelerated, which has accelerated the polarization of Congress, which has increased gridlock, which has incentivized more polarization among voters. So it's like this vicious cycle, and I do think that it is pouring gas on that fire. So I'm in agreement there. And the only way that I'm able to see that as the path is to put a very clear, big, bright neon sign on a federal ban in 2029.
Well, I think we can all align on the fact that whoever is in Democratic leadership this year, next year, and beyond, well, we're looking for some serious accountability and some big moves to be made.
Yeah, Keith, leave us with a hot take on AI, data centers, Graham Platner.
I don't think most voters care about AI because most voters don't make enough money and they don't work in fields where AI is actually going to affect them. AI was supposed to make it so that the people who were boxing the products were going to have to. Actually, what's happened is it's come for the graphic designers and the music producers.
Right.
So I don't know. Where I come from, people don't have careers, they have jobs. And I think most people who have jobs aren't so worried about AI. So I think it's a hot topic for us. I don't think it's a hot topic for the average American worker. And Graham Platner looks hot in the picture. Let's just say it. He looks hot. Like, I'm like, okay. I saw that. I was like, well.
Vote secured.
Woo! But no one cares about texting anymore, I don't think. I don't think people care about texting like that. For me, I'm just like, you do not have to be perfect to go into office now. That's kind of how I feel. Whatever Donald Trump did, I think he broke a lot of things. I think that's probably one of the better things he broke. We're all people. We all have complicated lives. We're complicated people. We all have histories. That's okay. It's okay as long as you show them growth. Now, I don't know if there's been growth there. I don't know. But I certainly don't want shaky ass Susan Collins in there for another 6 years. Her fucking tremor ass self. I can't. Like, get out. You are too old. You are too old. And by the way, she is not like, she doesn't believe in anything. She just wants to stay because I don't understand this thing where people just stay for so long. Like, you are not the only one who can do this job.
Correct.
Maxine Waters, you're not the only person who can do this job.
And in fact, you're definitely not the best person to do this job anymore.
No, probably not. Probably not.
Yeah, I mean, you just like basically in 90 seconds had the conversation that Brian and I had about Graham Platner. My thing is like growth and judgment. Let's see.
But yeah, I mean,
like,
whatever.
Who gives a fuck?
Who cares?
Like, the Republicans are literally
also,
assaulting
Neera
people.
Tanden, get off the internet. I used to respect you. Like, get off the internet.
Is she taking swings at Platner?
She's taking swings at everyone. She's responding to accounts that don't have real names or real faces on their profile.
Well,
like,
Keith,
what are you doing?
This
I don't
is a
even
bigger
do that.
thing. We need to have you back on like later, where like strategists or people in the industry feel like they have to step into like the content creator role or like online battle war, and it's very like disingenuous and weird to me. I'm just like, people have their lanes, maybe stay in them.
Yeah. If you're in line to serve in the next administration, stay in line.
Stay in line. Stay in line.
Tanden, like, your tweets got you intrigued. I think you're the only person to not get confirmed by the Senate because of your tweets. She's an addict. It's like, girl, like, baby, get out of the bar. Get out of the bar.
For those who don't know,
put the drink down.
She was head of CAP, Center for American Progress.
She is still.
Oh. Yeah, she's back. She's back there.
She's back. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, if fucking everyone fails up, where's my billionaire buying my YouTube channel? Neera Tanden. You want to help?
You heard it here first. If you're a billionaire
put the tweets down. Get the donors in my phone.
Keith, we love you. Oh, I didn't say happy pride.
Oh, I love you.
Happy pride.
Happy pride.
Glennis is so
happy pride.
I know I'm not.
First pride without Charlie Kirk.
Oh my God. Oh.
Won't be the
sad. Rip.
Performative gay rights.
Gay rights and gay wrongs.
Mostly gay wrongs.
Mostly
over here.
This gay is always wrong.
Thanks for coming on, Keith. It's great to see him.
Bye.
Okay, Brian. So that's the vibes for this week.
Come back next week and we'll help you check the vibe of what really matters in American politics and what you can ignore. See ya.
See ya.